Well, me and Tessa are pretty tight. Well, first we started off, I first proposed some ideas, and she said they were cool. Then I think she was all eats, which means, no, she was going, like they were snake. Oh, slang, sorry, that's my slang we use in West. Rewind it now. Well, okay. We start off the idea as we'll play an instrument online. I'll play the drums, she'll play guitar, and somehow we'll try and play the same song. I'll play the same song she is, and project that. She didn't sound keen. I know you didn't. So then she came up with this idea of reading our emails, but using that telephony voice, the computer voice, because it's emotionless. Really, it's just a really monotone, boring sort of thing, and you miss out. We're trying to speak like in Second Life, like you have to type in your laughs, or like if you mean something. Like, for example, we said in the email, I said to her, she said she liked commercial art, and I was like, oh, that's mean. And she goes, mean? ? No, not actually. And I was going, oh no, I mean mean as in cool. She goes, oh, you mean as in wicked. I was going, yeah. You guys get me? It was like the Second Life, I'm missing, all that nuance, that sarcasm, where's all that humanly things in Second Life? Like high five and all those human expressions. That's what we try to show in the video. The first plan was just to, I'll have her video footage reading her emails, and I'll have mine. We both, face the camera, and then we'll speak when we're reading ours, but just to have the telephony voice over, just overriding everything. So you just hear the voice, but it's not really giving out what we intend to sound like. You know what I mean? It's like, sup man, how you doing? All the gestures and the facial expressions are there, but it's like, sup man, what are you doing? I really like you. It's like
so what happened to that idea of having you both there?
Oh, there was some technical difficulties. I think because she had their one handed in on Monday. She gave it to me yesterday morning, and I tried to download it, and it was like 262 megabit big and 2 hours to download it. So yeah, I got halfway and I said I couldn't download it. It was like a funny site, so then I just thought I'll just go ahead and I have to put something in. So yeah, no, I just told her that I just had to put something in.
It would be good. It would be good to see that other half.
Yeah.
This piece is particularly interesting because it's more complex than it seems. I mean, it's just this guy sitting there in front of his computer, but the whole magic or the interest is in the edit and in the audio track. And Fristar's it's used. It's almost like where it's particularly funny. That's where the interest lies, and it brings you towards, or it holds your attention in those spots that are actually really funny, and it's almost as if he has distorted the voice to a point where you can't hear it in places that aren't funny. So it's been really heavily edited. It's almost like a Bollywood film in a way too, and that it's in parts he's talking and you can't the voice doesn't match up with his facial expressions. I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to allude to, what that's trying to create. Maybe if there was the other side, maybe I would, the other part of it. What was her name?
Tessa.
Tessa's part, that's right. If Tessa's part was there, maybe that would have been a bit more apparent, but that's something I wouldn't mind asking them about, actually.
Ask away.
What is that supposed to create? It not being matched up and...
the audio with the syncing of my lips.
Yeah.
Okay, when I found how to record the voice from the computer, and I put it into a DAT recorder, and I played it back in, And then I noticed if it's the same voice, if you play it back in, there's like a slight delay. There's a slight delay, and it's like slightly slow. And you can't, I couldn't really, it's like just slight, so slight, you know?
Well, made it more interesting, I think.
I think it, you know, I'll tell you why it doesn't work for us, because we know him, right? If we didn't know him and that was going on, then as a project it would have been like spot on, because that's his, you know, that's his representation, that's his avatar speaking, you know. How is he speaking? You know?
So
It's completely devoid of everything that's human.
So is it kind of this idea of a disembodied voice? Like, I mean, yeah, but you can, an avatar could exist in like a disembodied voice, but is that what you were trying to do, or what was your intent?
I think we're like both speaking about like Second Life. It ain't all that.
Yeah.
You know, no matter how virtual we get, you know, it comes up. No matter how detailed, you know, you can never feel, you know, the hair or wind blowing through your hair.
Yeah.
You know, you'll never feel those human things. Or the heat of the sun on your head.
So you're trying to create sort of feeling of being removed from something, like
removed,
Yeah.
Showing how, you know, you can't really get everything you want to do in Second Life. You know, like
So
can't really hug them. You know,
Yeah.
you can't really feel them. You know,
Because he looks real, you know. That's it. That's all he is visually. He looks real, but that's it. You know,
Are
he
you
doesn't sound
making
real.
reference to Second Life in your audio? Are you talking about Second Life?
Yeah, that's what we're trying to.
Oh, that's it.
it was in the audio that you were creating the Second Life.
Second Life.
Yes.
Okay.
Second Life for yourself, or
Yeah, of ourselves. See, that's why I really would have been successful if we both had both together. See how, you know, just the way you talk, that really.
Yeah.
I'm curious though how people are seeing this, because isn't to some extent the video of Fristar the puppet? I mean, that you're being controlled by the text that's being read. You're the one that is acting out, lip syncing to a predetermined original, which is the voice from the computer. So your body is really operating as the avatar for the computer, isn't it? Rather than the other way around?
Yeah. So I had to like go rewind my mind at the time I first typed it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like I got to go remind how did I say that first? And I try to like say it as if I was typing it at the time.
Well, I think with several of the things we've looked at so far, there's these sort of layers of iteration that come up. You know, there's a layer upon a layer.
yeah.
So you get this sort of layering of personalities.
Get lost in that layering kind of. I'm just wondering.
But that's sort of, you know, that notion of simulacra getting so far removed from the original that you no longer have
a connection.
a connection. It
Yeah.
becomes its own autonomous self. And I mean, maybe some of these, maybe Ahi, your one where there was a lot of sort of layering going on, sort of makes use of that notion.
For the visuals, did you plan like the setting kind of, did you think about how you would,
You mean the frame?
yeah, the framing, but also your background, where you would be?
I think the intention was just to have a webcam. And have that webcam and crappiness quality. It's just like the in front of the screen look.
Yeah.
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 I don't want to put that camera on that very expensive computer on the top. I didn't know how I could fit it there, so I just put it on the side just to get some.
Because also that your expression, that kind of deadpan kind of, yeah, that you zone out really in front of the computer too. So there's not a lot of expression, there's not a lot of gesturing, there's just your mouth moving.
So it's like this disengaged miming. Were you like, what were you meant? So like, what were you meant to be talking to? Like to the computer, or sorry, just yeah. So what are you
We were
talking
meant to
at?
read out our emails, like just from the start to like a certain date, which was Friday.
Yeah.
So we were meant to just read out our conversation up to the idea.
Okay. Oh, got you. Okay, cool.
That says that in the audio later.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay.